everybody. This is Queen Lenora. Okay, so I just wanted to I haven't been doing this in a while, and I'm supposed to be doing it every Wednesday is when it's supposed to pop up, or every Tuesday. I don't know. I'm supposed to be I do relationship advice. I haven't done it. And have you guys even reminded me? No, because a lot of you guys are new, so I didn't even know. So there you go. Anyway, so today is relationship is create your own. When you're in a relationship with your partner, who you married to, create your own. We don't even understand how we are subconsciously taught how we should be as women and how our men should be as men and how men you feel your wife should be or how your husband should be. We are already kind of like pre-programmed to this thing. And so when we get in there, that's not who we are. We are totally different human beings, and we're coming from different households, sometimes different cultures, and all those things make a difference in a relationship, especially if you are not raised the same. And think about your siblings. Sometimes you and your siblings are raised in the same house, but because you have different parents at this time of your life, it's totally different. Like the older kid had this type of mom and dad, the middle kid had this type of mom and dad, the younger kids had this type of mom and dad, and usually the younger ones are the way spoiled because by then the parents is tired and okay, this is baby, here it goes. So create your own relationship. Like, figure out what you guys like, what you don't like. And stop thinking that we have to be so much alike. Me and my husband are totally opposites. And I'm not saying we got the best relationship, but I love my relationship and I love my husband. So don't get mad at me because I'm happy. I'm just saying. And I'm not saying you're not happy. You might be happy too, but I'm just saying sometimes you just got to look at it like, okay, me and my husband are totally opposite on every way it could be, but it meshes together for us because we're doing our marriage our way. It's not the traditional marriage that everybody else has or what we thought we saw or what we thought we was going to be. It's just totally different. It's just who we are. We are a unique breed, and we just do things differently. We don't argue the same. We are really into loving each other, and we do that tool that if you haven't seen, is one of my old relationship things in my videos where I tell you that it's kind of like, those champagne tears that you put the champagne in the fall, where you have the little one first, and the little one, that's the first one, right? That's God. And right up under him, not the next tray, but right up under him, we're connected to him. We just leeching on to God, is our self-care and our loving ourselves. Then our second is our marriage. It's the second tier. And then our third one is our kids. And then our fourth one is our family and friends or job. But, as however you guys want to label it anyway. But the reason we do it that way is because people sometimes will put their kids above their man or their woman, and you can't. Whoever you marry, if you marry into a relationship with their kids, you got to trust that man or woman with all your heart. Like, I trust her to love my child and cherish my children and care for my child like it's her own or his own. You got to have that feeling. If you don't, it's going to crumble. And then you're going to say, well, there's a lot of people that put their marriage before their kids. Their kids before their marriage, and they still make it. Yeah, and usually when their marriage is over, the kids grow up, guess what? They kind of like fade away. And then they get divorces and stuff like that because they can't connect. They lost each other. They lost who they were as a couple for the kids. You get what I'm saying? So you can lose yourself into your kids, and when your kids grow up and leave, you're looking at a stranger and you happen to realize we grew apart, so I don't like this new person that you are, or you might not like the new person that I am. I can't get along. We're not meshing. But if you always meshing together, when the kids grow up, you won't have this bottom like hey, and I'm not saying it's 100% fact. I'm just saying that's usually what happens is you kind of slowly grow apart and you realize it was the kids that were holding you together instead of you guys holding your family together. And it makes kids and everybody happier if the marriage is happy and then the kids follow the line. Then it makes your whole household is happy, your family's happy. So remember that. You make your own rules and everything. And I know I just told you some rules. As I told you to make your rules, I just told you some rules. But hey, you know how it goes. It doesn't have to make sense. That's what I'm saying about your marriage. It doesn't have to make sense. Just do what you gotta do. And that's my word for today. Remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. Smooches. Come to me for advice about your family and friends, to your husband and your wife. I can tell you about mine and what's been applied. So stay tuned and buckle in for the ride.